In this video, we'll be talking about the discriminant and the roots of quadratic equations.
Alright, so if we have ax squared plus bx plus c, which is the standard form of a quadratic function, and the discriminant t is equal to b squared minus 4ac, and I hope this one is familiar to you because this can be found in the quadratic formula, and we call that one as the discriminant. Alright, so if we have the value of t which is greater than 0, then f of x has two real unequal zeros and the parabola intersects the x-axis twice, right? But if the value of d is equal to 0, then the f of x has one real zero and the parabola intersects the x-axis only once. And of course, if it is less than 0, then the function or the quadratic function has two imaginary zeros and the parabola does not intersect the x-axis. Now, for you to better understand this, let's have some examples. So let's try to compute for the discriminant of each quadratic function, and then we describe the nature of the zeros and the parabola. All right, so we have here y equals 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. All right, so if you notice, the value of a here is 2, for b is 5, and for c is 3. All right, and we have the discriminant, which is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so substituting these values, then we will have b is 5, so we have 5 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 3. And this will give us 25 minus 4 times 2 is 8 times 3 is 24. So we have here 25 minus 24 is 1. So the value of d is equal to 1, which is greater than 0. Okay, so since it's greater than 0, then we can say that the function or the quadratic function has two real unequal zeros and the parabola intersects the x-axis twice. Let's have another one. Let's have y equals x squared minus 2x plus 5. Alright, so if we identify the value of a, b, and c here, so our a is equal to 1, our b is negative 2, and our c is 5. So if we're going to substitute this to our discriminant, d equals b squared minus 4ac, then we will have b is negative 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 5. So this will give us 4 minus 20. So we have 4 minus 20 is negative 16. So our d here is less than 0. And since our d is less than 0, then we can say that the quadratic function has two imaginary zeros and the parabola does not intersect the x-axis. Alright? Let's have the last one. Let's have y equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Alright, so if we're going to find the value of a here, a is 1, b is negative 4, and c is 4. If we're going to substitute this to our discriminant, this will give us b squared minus 4ac. So this will give us negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4. And we know that 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1 is 4, times 4 is 16, and this will give us 0. So the value of d here is equal to 0, and since d is equal to 0, then we can say that the quadratic function has one real zero and the parabola intersects the x-axis only once.